Okay, so whenever we go to do these, if you used a calculator, that's great, but I did not. So I'll give both answers real quick as we're looking at it. Now, number 1 says, does the following form a right triangle? So in other words, do these 3 sides work when you plug them into the Pythagorean theorem? So when you look at this, here's your right angle, so this must be the C, and those 2 must be the A and the B. So your job on this, if you didn't figure out what to do, it's just to see if this is a true statement or not. Like, is 12 squared plus 5 squared actually equal to 13 squared? So you just do the math. 12 times 12 plus 5 times 5 equals 13 times 13, and ask yourself, is that true? Is 144 plus 25 equal to 169? So when I actually add these together, this side is 169. That side says 169. Yes, they match. Yes, it's true. So the answer is yes. That one on number 1 does make a right triangle. Okay, so on this one we have, what are my links here? 6, 9, and 8. 6, 9, and 8. Okay, so what we need to do is the same thing. Find your C. So C is the long one, okay? And these must be A and B. So 8 squared plus 6 squared, does that in fact equal 9 squared? So 64 plus 6 times 6 is equal to 81. So let's actually add 34 and 36. I'm getting 100, not 81. So does 100 equal 81? No, it does not. So no, that is not a right triangle. So verifying it is pretty easy as far as is it a right triangle or not. Now we get to start finding the missing sides. So this is just like the video, just with different lengths, right? So I'm going to do this very quickly. Label my C, label my A and B, and then start plugging it into the Pythagorean theorem. 10 squared plus 11 squared equals C squared. So 100 plus 121 equals C squared, and then I math this out. So that's 221 equals C squared. Now I do not know what number times itself equals 221, so I'm going to do it like that, okay? And the answer is probably going to be like 14 point something if you did it in the calculator, okay? But I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay, number 4, we have the 3 here, the 2 here, and that's our question mark. All right, which one of those is the C? Well, the C is across from the right angle, so that's C, so I'm just going to call that A and B. So we have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's a 4, and that's a 9, okay? Now if I'm trying to get this thing by itself, I need to subtract the 4 from both sides, just like in the video. And what number times itself equals 5? I do not know, so I'm going to do it just like that, okay? All right, number 5. So I have 6 and 4, okay? So where's the C go? The C is the hypotenuse, it goes there. So A and B could go right there. So I've got 6 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. 6 times 6 is 36, 4 times 4 is 16. Now let's add them together. 36 and 16 would be, that would be a 2, 12, is that a 52? Yeah, I think it's 52. Okay, so what number times itself equals 52? Well, it's definitely not a whole number. I know 7 times 7 is 49, and that's pretty close. So it's going to be a 7 point something. But I would have done just the square root of 52, and I left it like that. If you did a calculator, that's what you would have. Okay. Number 6. 12, 8, and question mark. Okay. So which one is the C? Well, it's there, which means these are the A and the B. So I have A squared plus 8 squared equals 12 squared. And I'm just plugging into the formula. So what can I do? Well, 8 times 8 is here. 12 times 12 is that. And now I need A squared by itself, so I need to subtract the 64 from both sides, okay? So 144 minus 64, I think I had this problem on the notes. It's 80, which means this is the square root of 80, which means it's 8 point something. Okay? Yeah, this was in the video, I think. So, oops. All right, number 7. All right, this is a 6. Yeah, 6, and that's an 11. Okay, so we're looking for the bottom of this triangle. So which one of them is C? Well, C's across from here, so this is C. That means that could be A and B. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and I went ahead and just plugged in the numbers as I said it. Now 6 times 6 goes here. Recopy that. 11 times 11 goes here. Now I need this by itself, so I need to subtract this number to the other side. And yuck, I don't want to do that. Okay, so 11, that's a 5. 1, 11, 85. Let me see if that adds up right. Yep, 85. Okay, so something times itself equals 85. Well, I don't know that number, so I'm just going to do that. If you do it in the calculator, you'll get a 9 point something. Okay? All right, cool. Last one, number 8. 4, 5, and question mark. Okay, what do we do with this? Well, find out which one is C, and then A and B can go wherever you want, okay? So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And now, what do? Now we math. So 4 times 4 is 16. Recopy. 5 times 5 is 25. I need this by itself, so I need to subtract the 16 from both sides. And 25 minus 16 is 9. Now what number times itself equals 9? Ooh, this one does have a whole number, 3. 3 times 3 does equal 9, so we could do that one. Now, we shouldn't have had to do any of this, because remember, I put something on the notes that said there were some that you should memorize, and if you ever see this combination of numbers, you would automatically know the third side, and sure enough, there it is. We solved and got 3, and there's a 4 and a 5, so that was, you know, if you get the time to memorize, that would be awesome. If not, you could always just figure it out like we did here and get your answer. All right, I hope that went okay for you guys. If not, give me a holler, let me know, and I'll try to help you out. And if I don't see you again, have a great school year. Let me know if you ever need anything, okay? I know algebra, pre-algebra, you know, it can get rough at times, but don't get stressed. There's plenty out there for you in terms of video resources to help you out. All right, take care, guys.